Okay, so now our session is now being recorded. Looks good. So please let's be together. I don't plan to take much of our. So Python syntax defines a set of rules that are used to create a Python program. The Python programming language syntax has many similarities to Perl, C, and Java language. However, some definite differences. First, Python programming language execute a Python program to print. Let us execute a Python program to print hello world in two different modes of programming. A, interactive mode programming. B, scripting mode. Now, the interactive mode is when you run it through the interpreter, interactive, while the scripting is where you make it a file and you then run the file. You understand? So now let's try both. So now let me bring this is my command prompt, and then I'll say cd. I'll just say cls. Just clear this. So now I will type Python. Say Python. Oh, you can't see my whole screen. I'm sorry about that. Please, if you can't see something that I'm doing, just let me know, so that I will just keep doing some things and then you don't get to see it. Okay. Let me share my whole screen. Okay, I hope you can see my entire screen now. Now let me come to this. This is my command prompt. I'll just say, and to bring this up, a perfect way to bring this up is just saying CMD, which is shortened for command prompts. Click on enter to bring it out for you like this. I can just say Python, enter. And you can see we have this. If you say print hello world, print hello world, and I click enter. So you can see hello world. This is the interactive mode. And then we do have, you can say quit to leave it, or just Control C. Now we do have the word, the scripting mode. So you write it as a script. Write it as a script, you now save it, and then you can then say, you can now run from the script. Now, so I'll come back to this place. So let's go to my desktop, cd desktop. Okay, let's then come to this, my place now, this one that we have. I think we did something similar. We have this script now, hello.py. We have this script, hello.py. Let me save it. Instead of writing Python the way we have it before, so the way we did the first time. So this is the command, this is the terminal tool here inside of VS Code. You can use our terminal inside of VS Code. You can use our local direct terminal. So you can say Python, and then you do something similar to what we did before. Print hello world. And enter. But then we don't want to do this. We want to call it through invoking a file. So we want to say, we want to go inside this folder, book1. I'll say cd book1, and I'll say Python. Now, what do I want? Which script do I want to call? hello.py. I'll say hello.py. Enter. You can see it runs this and then it gave it to us. That's because I have written hello.py here before. Does that make sense, guys? Does it make sense? Do you understand? Is that a yes from being taken?
Yes, I said, can you repeat it from the command prompt?
Okay, thank you. Let me repeat it. Let me close this command prompt now. So first thing first, I open my command prompt. So we have two ways of running Python scripts. Of running Python. Interactive, the scripting. The scripting is the best and is what we are going to be using. But I want to show you interactive so that we can see how it looks like. So we say CMD, and then you now say Python. When you call Python, can see we have Python like this, and then you can write what you want to write. Instead of writing the ID directly, you can now say Python. You can say print hello world. I click enter. You can see hello world. You can do some other stuff too. But imagine you're writing, you can write a lengthy code here. You can write something that can be much more and compile it together. So that's why we have the IDE, which is much more easy to write a lot of code and then save it and then run it at once. So that's why let me clear this out. So we have a terminal. We have terminal also in VS Code. Let me close this. To open terminal VS Code, just come here, come to terminal, new terminal, and then it's going to pop up this for you. Okay, I hope you can see. Aha. I think this is more clear. So you can now say CD week 1, enter. Now see CD week 1, enter. And then now say Python run what? hello.py. Now click enter. You can see it then runs hello.py perfectly. Does that make sense now? Is it clear now? Is it clear? I'm being taken. I can't hear you. Okay, makes sense. So now let's move on to this guy. So those are the aspects that they say. So Python identifiers. A Python identifier is a name used to identify a variable, function, class, module, or other object. An identifier starts with letter A to Z, either capital letter or A to Z, small letter, or underscore, followed by 0 or more letters, underscore, and digits. So it can only start with alphabet, like with letters or underscore. It can't start with a number. Note that. Python does not allow punctuation characters such as comma, $sign, percentage within identifier. Python is a case-sensitive programming language. Thus, manpower with capital letter M and manpower with small letter m are two different identifiers in Python. Do you understand? So these things you're going to need later. These things you're going to need later when we're doing some more detailed things. Python class names starts with uppercase letter. All other identifier class starts with lower letter. So Python class. So we have functions. You can see for identifiers, we say we have variable, function, class, module. So class starts with uppercase letter. Others start with a lowercase. Starting an identifier with a single leading underscore indicates that the identifier is a private identifier. That is more technical stuff later. So you are going to say, okay, this is a private identifier, you can do that. The identifier also ends with two trailing underscore. The identifier is a language defined special name. So most of the time we will not be doing much more because we don't Python would handle most of those things. Python reserved words. So the following list shows the Python keywords These are reserved words and you cannot use them as constant or variable or any other identifier names. All the Python keywords contain lowercase letter only. So all these one, they are words that are being used but should not all use to avoid conflict while writing Python programming language. You understand? So we cannot say and break all this. You don't need to memorize them. You would know them subsequently much more when you start working with when you start working with when you start writing more Python codes. I hope you don't need to memorize anything. Just refer to resources. No programmer memorizes it. Just know the basics, know how to solve the issues, and then do your research. So Python's line and indentation. So Python programming provides no braces to indicate blocks of code for class and function definitions or flow control. Block of code and line indentation is rigidly the number of space in the indentation is variable, but all statements within the block must be indented with the same amount. How do I explain this indentation? So, as you know, indentation in normal English language, Python also has its own indentation. It has its own indentation. So, there are some block of code where you put a line of so basically, let me just give us the format. When we see this column, what will come after it will be an indentation. Once we write code more and more, we will understand. What will come after it is an indentation, and the indentation is what? So if through enter, even if you are VS Code directly, if I write if through, and I do this, when I'm entering, it is indenting directly for me. It will indent it, you know that okay, I want to indent. Unless I try to leave it, I try to leave by myself. That's when they tell me, okay, this guy doesn't want to indent. But automatically, after you press enter, it wants to indent for you. I hope you get me. So if through hello. So do you get now? Else. Let's see. Else. Print no. So yeah, you can see these are some things that mirrors. I don't like mirrors. Okay, so that is it basically. And then you can see if true, print answer, print true, else. So anything I want to come under that true. When we start conditional statements, we'll get more into details of that. So when we start conditional statements, we'll go more into details of that. And then that's why we need it. So if the indentation, just try to note it well. Thus in Python, all continuous line in Python, all continuous line indented with the same number of space would form a block. The following is an example of various statement blocks. Yes, see, now we're going to more details now. You're not trying to understand the logic at this point of time. Just make sure you understand various blocks, even if they are without braces. So now, this now import system, you can see this is a what? Is a block on its own, because it is indented like this. Now, this is a block that follows it. This block follows it. Now this is another block, and inside that block we still now have other block. This is one. We still now have another one inside. We still have another one inside again. So you can see. So this is now like a nested block right here. This is even a block up to this place, because everything under this, all this like this, all this from here to here, they're under this Y. Don't try to understand the code. Just try to understand. Try to understand the blocks that we're trying to do presently. So those are those for that. Do you understand? Are we getting it? Are we getting it? Is it making sense? Someone said yes, someone said small. Yeah. Just try to understand this small. Don't try to get yourself confused. Yeah. So now, Python multi-line statement. Statement on a new line. Python does allow the use of line continuation characters to denote that the line should continue. For example, so let me give you an example now. So total, let me write this inside my editor directly here. I reduce this guy to come down. Let me put this here. So we have total equals to item 1 plus item 2 plus slash item 3. So now if this slash, if they're not there, it's just see Python will treat this as a line, and then it will go on. Total equals to item 1 plus. You treat it there, item 2, treat it as an item, treat it as an item. But then since there is this slash, you say, okay, item 1 plus, check this second one, plus check this third one. Another way we could write this is what? Control B. Instead of writing it like this, instead of making it multi-line, we can actually write it like this in a single line. Item 1 plus item 2 plus item 3. Does that make sense? So instead of writing it like this, but then if we are splitting it together like this, we are splitting it like this. We are splitting it like this, and then we are coming in and saying like this. It does not understand. It's like, okay, item 1 plus nothing at the back, that's an error. Item 2 plus nothing at the back, that's an error. Item 3 plus nothing at the back, that's an error. So, but we want to know, okay, after this, move on to the next line. This is what this means. That's what this denotes. Move on to the next line, move on to the next line, move on to the next line. I understand. So that's why you see different same solution different ways. Anybody can write code in multiple different ways. Especially in this era of AI, where we can do things quite a lot more. So statements contained within brackets, square brackets, curly brackets, and normal brackets do not need to use the line continuation. So now, since I'm saying days now, you don't have to say now that's what we get a bit more tricky. People like, okay, you said something is going to work like this, and then you're changing it now. Why are you changing it? Sorry, that's just programming for us. So days now we have. So these dates include a list of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The first one will be you should have said, okay, we'll come and check Thursday and Friday. But no, since it is in a bracket, the bracket will know, okay, this is starting here and ending here. You don't have to put that slash at the back. So there are different exceptions for different things. Quotation in Python. Python accepts single, double, or triple quotation. So single, double, or triple quotes to denote string literal, as long as the same type of quote start and end. So it is what you use to start that is used to end. Me, I even use it interchangeably, but then I use mostly single and double. I use mostly single and double. Triple is quite so mostly single, and I use it interchangeably, just as my logic pleases. So the triple quote is used to span the string across multiple lines. For example, all the following are legals. Let's check now. Word is equals to word. This is a string, and it is not a single quote. Sentence. This is a sentence. It is using double quotes. Paragraph. When I'm going multi-lines for a string, you can then use triple quotes for paragraph. And then you can just follow this convention to make your life easy. Once it is a single word, use a single quote. Once it's sentence, multiple words, use double quotes. Once it's paragraph, multiple lines, use words, triple quotes. And that will be so and so easy. Do we get it? Does it make sense? You see that we have not even started programming, we are just laying the rules and rules and rules before moving on. I hope you get it. I hope you all got it. Welcome, Sister Aisha. Nice to have you here. I hope you are not lost already. And I hope you are getting it. Okay, only ladies in my class today. Makes sense. Women supporting women. Okay, let me just this session. So, comments in Python. So, a comment is a programmer readable explanation or annotation in the Python source code. They are added with the purpose of making the source code easier for human to understand and are ignored by Python interpreter. Just like most modern languages, Python supports single or end of line. Single line, end of line. That means it can be single, it can be at the end of the line, and multi-line blocks of comments. Python comments are very similar to comments available in PHP, Bash, and other programming languages. The hash sign is not inside a string literal begins a comment. The hashtag, which is not inside a string, begins a comment. All characters after the hash end up as what? Being comments too. Now let me give an example. Let me copy this and give it down. Now I will writing the code and those these are giving me let me just move this guys. Yeah. No, this is comments. First comment. So that does say it's the comment. Let me write it more. This is a comment. So now Python interprets and tries to understand code line by line. So it comes there, it says print hello world. Okay, this is a line. Days equals to Monday. It understands this. Okay, after this comma, this is also a line to run. It comes there, this line, there's nothing there, there's nothing there. It now comes to this line and say, this is a comment. You know, this is a comment is what? Plain English language. Python interpreter does not understand English language. If I leave it like this now, if I remove this hash in front of it, you can see it will mark it as zero. You can see it is marking it error. What's this? I don't understand. It's telling me what should I use to do? It doesn't understand. If I say they will put the hash in front of it, say, okay, oh, this one, oh, just leave it alone. Don't touch it. Just leave it. Just keep it and come to the next. Do you understand? That's why it's not even showing as it's not even showing colorful. It's just showing as light ash. Do you understand? As light ash. So that's been a comment. So now this comment now we can use it as different. We can use it to annotate. We can use it to explain. So I can put a comment behind this now and say this line of code is used to print the string hello world. You can see. So that's it. to the console. You can see there, that's what you can use comments for. And then you can add it. So you can see if it starts the sentence, if it starts the line, everything is going to be a comment. Where it starts from, so you can add it at the end too. You can add it to the end too and say, okay, this, and this is also what, this is also a comment. Does that make sense? Before I pick, let's see multi-lines. I comment multiple lines to follow this. Which you put at in front, or you start with putting triple quotation at the beginning and at the end. Now let me give you an example. Let me copy it. Let me copy this. Copy this. Now say maybe I'll paste this. I'll paste this. So anything that I write inside of this guy, anything that I write inside of it, comment, just multi-line comments. You understand? But this one, I have to put it one by each line. I have to be putting it. Each line, I have to be putting it. Each line, I have to say, okay, oh, this is a comment. After this is a comment too. This is a comment. I already said that I have to put it each line. But once it is starting with this and ending with this, you don't have to put anything. Just keep writing what you want to write. Does that make sense? Do you understand? Do you understand? Welcome everyone. Oh, sorry, a lot of people have been in my class. Welcome everyone. It's nice to have you here. Please, do you understand the concept that we said? For people that don't know, we've done quite a number of things. Is there any questions so far? Any questions so far? No question. Are we good to move on? Should I move on? Please let me know if I can move on. Let me know. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Now let's move on. No. Using black lines in Python programs. So a line containing space, possibly with a comment, is known as a blank line. Python literally ignores it. It ignores it. Waiting for user. So it's waiting for user. Now, the following line of program display the prompt. The statement press. I have to unmute this guy for a while. I'm coming. Please let me unmute this. I will use you very soon. No, I miss you. So the following line of program displays the prompt, the statement saying press the enter key to exit and wait for the user to take action. So now, input is what? It takes input from the users. So you use print. Print to do what? We use print to show users something. We can use input to collect something. Do you understand? So print is shows output and give information, but now we are collecting information. This one. Please. Yeah, I've muted all of them. Never mind, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Now, the /n/n was used to create new lines. Just create new lines under before starting. New lines under before starting. So yeah, these are some other more technical things which we are not going to do details of that. Let's try to touch variables before we for today. I'm not trying to touch variables. Now, Python variables. Let's try to touch variables before we call it a day. Because we should end the line, then we have quite a lot of things to touch. Okay, Python variable are reserved memory location used to store values within a Python program. That means that when you create a variable, you reserve some space in the memory. You reserve some space in the memory. So, it's like how you reserve some space for something in your brain, you can reserve space for variables in Python memory. Based on the data type of variable, memory space is allocated to it. Therefore, by assigning different data types to Python variables, you can store integers, decimals, or characters in this variable. Memory address, okay, this is just a bit technical, more mathematics by the way. So, data items belonging to different data types are stored in computer's memory. Computer's memory location are having a number or address internally representing in binary form. Data is stored in binary form as the computer works on the principle of binary representation. So now, memory, main thing, is going to store May somewhere in its memory and then in somewhere, and then when you call it, it's going to like bring it out for you. So not too much of an hassle by the way. So you can say May, ID equals to May. When you say ID of May now, it's bring out the ID for you, where it stores it in your computer. Let us try something sweet. Let us try something sweet. Let me clean all this and let me say name equals, give me a name. Ola. I would save it. I would say print ID name. Press. Now let's try to run this and let's see where it's saved Ola inside the memory. Shall we see this? TLS, that was a mistake. Python, PY. You can see now. This is where this 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 1, that's where it's stored Ola inside. So you can see that's the example of what we are trying to say. It's going to store it somewhere. So this where it's storing it is not too much of a problem, but you just make sure it stores it and then use it appropriately. Help with that. It should be accessed repeatedly for performing certain tests. Obviously, fetching the data from its ID is cumbersome. High level language, yeah, storing it with the ID and getting the ID is very cumbersome and very stressful. If it's that we are doing this storing by ourselves, we will have known where Python is. But then, instead of doing it by ourselves, Python will just do it for us. Python make it possible to give a suitable alias or label to refer to the memory location, which is very good. If you are using C or C++, you have to like do it by yourself manually. Creating variables in Python. We talked about it. Python variables do not need explicit declaration. So in some programming languages, you have to declare explicitly that, okay, you take it like an oath, as if you are joining the Senate House. Take it like an oath, like doing that, okay, I want to do, so I'm representing this. But for Python, you don't need to explicitly do that. Python variable is created automatically when you assign a value to it. The equal sign is used to assign values to variable. The equal sign is used to assign values to variable. Now, when I want to name a variable, I want to name 100. I want to give it a variable now. When I say 100, Python does it. What's 100? Who's 100? I don't know what's 100. So counter is what? Counter equals to 100. Create an integer variable. Miles is equals to 1000.0. Create a floating point variable. Name equals to Zara Ali. Create a string variable. We'll talk about data types later. Let's start to understand what variable means. So now, I want to say name is a variable for what? For Ola. If I say, let me just say name equals to name like this, you can see it has given it red automatically. Like, I don't understand. What is the name? What is that name? But I try to run this now. You tell me. If you give me error, you can see error. Name not defined. What is name? It wants to know what name is. Name is what? Name is Ola. If I say age, okay, tell me what is age? Who is age? I don't know who age is. So age is what? 25. Very easy peasy. Just variable. So now Ola is the what? Ola is a string, that means letter, while age is an integer number. Do we get it? Are we getting it? Is it making sense? I don't know if it's making sense. Let me see if people understand. I'm understanding. Bintekin, Halima. Are we getting it? Are we getting it? Let me know. Can you get it? If yes, can we move on? Michael Alamu, welcome. Mr. Michael Alamu, welcome. Are you getting it? Looks like you joined late. Please let me know if I can post it. I'm waiting. Nobody saying anything. Okay. Oh my God. You are trying to. If there's anything you understand, do let me know. Be checking how far. Okay. You can always the part of the recording. You're also trying to understand. It's like explanation not clear enough for you to understand in details. Please, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Just ask and then I can give more information to it. Okay. Now variables. To print Python variable, I've even done that. So when you save a data type, a data, which has data type, inside the variable to print it out, you will not call the number. You want to print, if I say print, grammar is hard. If I say print 100 now, it knows, okay, I want to print 100. But if I say print counter, which is already 100, it knows, okay, counter, it now prints counter, which is 100. It does not print, it's not going to print counter as counter for me. It just prints 100 for me. Let me just do an example here. If I say counter equals 100, print, there is place here. Print counter, you can see. Tab, print counter. When I say print counter. Escape here. So what you can see some things are trying to complete what I'm trying to write for me. That's Copilot. So it's an AI that is trying to guess what I want to write and writing it for me. So when you get to that stage, I will introduce you to it. You know, if you start using it at this point, you might be too reliant on it. So when I click on this, let's see CLS, run Python hello.py. Python run hello.py, just enter. You can see it is printing this as what 1000. It's not counted at this side, but then this counter that I've referenced this is what this is a string because that's 2 quotes in the front and the back. Do you understand? Do you understand? So you can access variables and then use them. Deleting Python variables. To delete a variable, you just say delete. So you just say del and the variable name. Del and the variable name. It would delete it. And then you can use it somewhere else. So that's just like removing it from the brain of the what do you call it? Removing it from the brain. So now we are saying we're checking towards getting the type of a variable. Perhaps you are doing a project and you've written quite a lot of, you just say type counter to tell you which data type is in it. So print, I'll just put print inside. And add this back to Ctrl S. You can see class int. It is what? It's an integer. If I'm changing this now to what? To what? Ali, Ctrl S. You can see if I change it now and I run, it's saying what? It is changed. Now I'm putting it back, I'm saying 10.0. You tell me the what? Oh, the comma in front. Let me move this comma. I'll save this and put it like this. You can see it is a float. So we have different data types. We'll be discussing it. We're just trying to understand variables and types. So casting, you can cast from one data type to the other. You could cast from one data type to the other. You can cast from. So it has some rules, by the way. It has some rules. There are some things that we cannot cast, and there are some things that we can cast. Some things that we cannot cast, and some things that we can cast. Let me give us examples. So we have A equals 10, B equals Ali, C equals 30.0, D equals 3. Yeah. So now this is the what? This is an integer. This is an integer. This is a string. This is a string. This is what? A float. And this is a boolean. Don't be confused. We'll still go into details of that later. So int can be cast. This int can be casted to what? Can be casted. You can see I'm using what do you call it now? I'm using comments can be casted as string. It can also be casted as float. Yeah, provided as string and float, not boolean. No. This one can be casted as what? It can't change. It can't be casted as int or float. It can't. So because it does not have a number in it. Perhaps if you have another, let me say B and is equals to what? This, and it is 10. This is a string and then can be casted to int or float. You can see because it is number that is inside. That's why it can be casted to int or float. But if it is letters that is it cannot be casted to that. Now this C can be what? Float can be casted to int. Yes, it can be casted to int and string. It can be casted to int and string. And then we can give the samples. We just say how to cast it just you want to change this thing. I'll just say A equals str string A. String A. And now if I check for the type of A, now I'll do something now. I'll say print type A. That's when it's an integer. Now I'll print again now. I'll say print type A. Let me see. You see, one will give me what? CLS. Guys, this one is telling me this is first print, class what? Integer. This one is now telling me class string. Because I've done what? I've casted this. I say string, take over this guy. Take over the int, turn to a string. That's what I've done. That's why it's giving me that output. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear enough? Am I not ranting, or are we getting it? Or do you really understand? Please also know if you get it. Okay, looks good. Then thinking understands. Halima, Mr. Michael, Brother Michael, Brother Sister Aisha, sorry about that. Are you getting it? Is it makes sense. Now let's try to continue. So now Python variable multiple assignment. Okay, now they say they're talking about case sensitive. Python is case sensitive. Yeah, Python is case sensitive. So we're talking about age is different from what? It's different from age, is different from as anything is changing inside, they are all different. It's different from age, is different from what? They are different. It is case sensitive. Once anything changes in the case, it's identifying them as different things. I say this age as what? And I say this age as age 20 equals age 30 equals age 40 equals 50 equals 60. And that's my age, I calculate something. So all these age, they are still AGE, but then since the case are different, they'll be treated as different things. Do you understand? So that's what these ages are all about. So their Python is very much case sensitive. Do you understand? Yes, I understand. A bit more. I want to cover a bit more so that we can. I think I'll be ending by 9. I want to end before 9 so that stops. So yeah, that concept is continuing. So this concept at the underlying concepts are other things that we can easily get to. So Python multiple assignments. When I say A equals to 10, B equals to 10, C equals to 10, instead of writing this and going over this, you can just do equals C. A equals B equals C equals 10. So now C is equals to 10, B is equals to C, that means B is equals to 10, A is equal to B, that means A is equal to 10. Do you understand? So very easy peasy, not too much of an hassle. Now, another way to write, I told you there are different ways to write program. So now A equals 10, B equals 20, C equals 30. This is another way to write it. A comma B comma C equals to 10 comma 20 comma 30. That means A for what? A for 10, B for 20, C for 30. Print A comma B comma C. I'm going to print this for you. You understand? So that's what we have. Python naming convention. Python naming convention. We have this Pascal case, snake case. Which one do I work most with? I think I work more with snake case and camel case. I don't really do Pascal case. I don't really do Pascal case. So no, I think I do Pascal case more than case, more than camel case. So the camel case, you can see this camel starting with small letter and that capital letter, just like camel has the shorter part of his body and the bigger part of his body. You can see price per liter. But then Pascal case has upper at the first letter. Now snake case, it is split by underscore. Now let me give us sample. So that we can understand. Because I'm a good person. I should be a bad person, by the way. But now, so Pascal cases. Let me use the name as that. So this this is Pascal case. Now each word is starting with what? It's starting with a capital letter. This is camel case. Camel case. So now this one, the beginning, the first word has small letter and then other one has capital letter. So we now say snake case. Once you can see it has even done it for us. It is going to be by what? By underscore. We get it. So you can use anyone. You can use anyone. Feel free to do that. Now I hope us to finish this guy before moving on. Following the valid printing points. So now there are valid variable names and invalid variable names. Signs and numbers can't start a variable name. All special characters can't start a variable name except underscore. Underscore, you can see underscore can start. Letters can start. Either capital or small can start. Now, these ones, they can't start. One counter, this is a wrong, invalid naming point. Signs cannot start. Zara, having special characters in between would not go to. All these will be what? They will bring error. They will bring invalid syntax for us. Do you understand? They will bring invalid syntax for us. So, yeah, let us hold it here for today. So, do we have any question? Do we understand? Please, I say, please try to read up, try to practice. If you are not practicing, then already know. There's no way it's going to be easy for me to keep putting up and then for you to also gain it. So for you to understand better, practice so that the class can move perfectly. And then all what has been done today, I want us to practice it and then submit to see something. Next class, I want to see something that say, okay, these are what we've done, and then these are the things we're able to achieve from it. So I want to say, I'll definitely accept that joins the next class. So any questions so far? Do you understand any issue? Somebody is asking data analytics. We don't have data analytics today now. I'll change this down. We don't have data analytics today. We're doing. Okay. Any question, guys? Maharaj is just joining. When we are closing, when we are ending the class, he's just joining. When the class is being recorded, you can just join the recording. You can go through the recording. If there is no question, thank you everyone for joining. Have a wonderful night. So yes, please practice and any issues. The recording of the last class is basically, let me stop sharing. Yeah, but let me stop sharing so that I can just attend to that. So I will stop sharing right now, and then let me also stop recording so that we have necessary recording.